Hi everyone, welcome to G Niger TV program, the Big Mic. Today, basically, we're just going to be having a quick discussion about what actually took place in South Africa. Just in case you are wondering what happened in South Africa, Nigeria is a massive company. It's a massive country, so there's a lot of things happening. Unfortunately, we always have a situation whereby Nigerians tend to do better outside the country, which is crazy, really. We've got everything, but for whatever reason, things don't always work. So today with me today, I've got. So let me start by introducing uh, Equisit. So Equisit, can you quickly introduce yourself?
Good evening. I'm here in that TV. My name is Jessica from Benito.
Equisit. Decreed. I'm still wondering what that stands for. Decreed. Oh
It's
yeah,
been
introduce yourself quickly.
Yeah, it's a special name from the Bible. It's a Catholic name. Okay, good evening,
It's a
everybody.
Catholic
My
name.
name
Okay.
is The Creed. Yes,
Hmm.
it's like a prayer.
The decree the Alaye from Abuja. Right. Kalista, introduce yourself.
I am the Holy Spirit and from United TV. I believe in the Bible. The Savior and the latest state person.
Okay. Well, without much ado, so let's delve into this. So I want to show you guys something very quickly that I want to share so that it will set the tone for this. I mean, this is going to be a very short one. So let me, okay, just 1 minute. I want you to actually read the, can you guys see this?
Yes,
Can you see the caption? Can
yes,
everybody
sir.
see it?
Yes, sir.
So this is what it is. It says, see what South Africans are preparing to do. Should Chidima was declared winner of Miss South Africa. So it says when Chidima withdraws from Miss South Africa after you didn't buy. This is just what people. This is what has been trending online on social media. So they said you didn't buy grocery, hoping that the entire saga will lead to looting, so you can get free food. So what they are saying is that if she had not withdrew from Miss South Africa, people were planning, people were actually planning on rioting. So he says here, he said, you can see what people are saying. There's an handle here that says Boitu Melo. You can say it's obviously South African. I was ready. Now I'm disappointed. Ready for what? To go and loot. Say kill the Nigerians, or rather, like they say in South Africa, kill the Africans. Because most South Africans don't see themselves, as Africans anyway. So was also open to get Samba Techies, whatever that is. This one said, this Amanda Ama says I aim for laptop. I had a plan, the fridge for steak, So you can see all the different people who were ready. Imagine she withdrew, but the finals are tomorrow. I don't have a Shibo Njalo. I don't know. Can any of you guys speak South African? Nah. Okay. So this Betong says your facial expression shows how disappointed you are. Right. Okay. These are supposed to be our brothers and sisters in South Africa. We're supposed to be one, isn't it? Anyway, they don't, like I said, no country that is creative like South Africans. Wow. And that is it. Do Nigerians do stuff like this to other countries? I don't think so. We don't. We are too accommodating. During the time of during I just stopped sharing it. During the period of apartheid, yeah, during the apartheid in South Africa, this was what happened. Nigeria was there for South Africa. You know, I don't really blame the South Africans for feeling that way because in Nigeria we don't look after our things. We don't look after we don't cherish what belongs to us. That is why Nigerians have to now be going to other countries. The same thing with the Olympics. We didn't do very well in the Olympics, but five Nigerians that are outside the country. won uh, uh, various medals for their own for the various home countries that they belong to. Some were born here, some were born to Nigerian parents, maybe mixed race and all that. So you can imagine. I mean, let me start with you, Kalista. What do you think? South Africa. I mean, obviously, this girl Chidima went to South Africa to go and take part in the South African this in itself. So the first question I will ask is that, you know, I know people do it. We've seen those Nigerians in Europe that went for the Olympics representing Germany and all that. Although, like I said, they are mixed race, represented their host country. They won the medal. So, what do you think? Just tell me. What's your take on this? Exquisite.
Yes, sir.
I said, so what do you think? South African,
You see,
this South African issue.
you are speaking with Kalista these days.
I'm not talking to Exquisite. You now. I said, what do you think about it? When we don't represent our own country, so we go to other places. Why do you think that happens? That's briefly.
Yeah.
Uh, we do not represent our country, we represent another country.
Exactly. That's in the Olympics. So what do you think?
Ah, no, said from this day. We do not represent, we represent another country.
Can you blame them? Okay, let me put it this way. Can you blame them
You
for
cannot
going to
blame them.
since Nigeria? Huh? Decreed.
Yeah, you
What did
can.
you say?
Yeah, I said we
It's
can't
because
blame
what we are going
them.
through
It's
in
because
Nigeria.
yeah, it's because of the government. Yes, I'll blame our
So,
government first because our government they are not reliable. So that's why we had to go look for
Do
somewhere
you
better.
think the issue of Nigeria is because of the government? I could see it, your
Yes,
camera is
I would.
going everywhere.
okay, so sorry.
Yeah,
First,
go
I
on,
would say
decree. You
government
are saying
apart. Yes, government
Yes,
are the number one
government are the number one problem.
problem.
okay.
Okay.
Kalista, Kalista, can somebody just
Can
mute
somebody just
their
mute their
if you're not talking?
if you're not talking?
Hello?
Um,
Okay.
okay.
Actually, can you mute yourself? I don't know whether that's coming from you.
Yeah.
Can you mute yourself? Okay, I think we're getting the disturbance we're getting is from you. So decree.
Yes, sir. Okay.
So you're saying so it's the government. What about the people of the country? Are they not responsible too?
Yes, they are also responsible. I'm just talking about the government first. The
Okay.
government.
So okay, like this girl Chidima, do you think it was right for her to because she's not claiming to, well, honestly, I'm not really entirely sure, but do you think she's to go to South Africa? If I'm going to represent a country, I would rather if I go there, I'm not after representing, will I call on my family from Nigeria and say, hey, we have represented Nigeria very well in another person's country? I'm talking of it is not an international event. Yeah. Remember, it's
Yeah.
not an international event. It's a
Yes.
South African event. I'm not saying that
Yeah.
The South Africans are they have the right to be to be upset. But the Nigerian girl, the Chidima herself is very funny because she made it out as if she's making Nigeria proud. Do you understand? So they'll be like,
Yes.
are we doing Mrs. Are we doing Miss Intercontinental? Are we doing Are we doing Miss Intercontinental? No, we're not. No, we're not. So, um, I'll pass that on again to you, Exquisite.
Yes, sir.
So, what do you think? So, what's your view again? So, do you think it's right for her to go there and not entirely supporting South Africa, but instead make it out as if she's doing both Nigeria and sorry, Kalista, I don't think we can really talk to you because you're just fading in like a superstar. You go ahead, you come back in. So,
It's bad.
yeah,
The network is bad.
But
okay, all right, okay. Exquisite. So, what did you say?
Yes, sir. Exercise.
Equisite. Okay. Equisite. Equisite. Okay. Equisite. What do you say? You
Come
can't blame me
again.
on saying you can't blame me for saying equisite because you are the one. I'm trying to tell you to- ah, okay. I won't say the word I want to say, but more blessing. So, do you think she was supposed to go to South Africa and go and represent South Africa? I mean,
And
make
leave
it
out.
as if she was. It's not as if she's representing Nigeria. It's a South African event. Why go there and make it out like as if?
And she leave her own
Yeah.
Uh,
country. She leave her country.
to represent
I
South
know.
Africa.
So
Sir, maybe
okay,
she's
let's take it.
Represent
Okay, let's take it this way. Say we are having Miss Nigeria. Okay, then a South African
okay,
came. Okay,
okay, sir.
maybe she's been living here. She now decided to take part. I'm not sure whether she has, even if she has said okay, she has South African national. She has become a South African. Okay, she applied, and they now said you are now a citizen of South Africa. But
Okay,
when you
sir.
are there, are you supposed to give an impression like you are representing Nigeria? Do you understand? It's like the South
Yes,
African coming here, yeah, and begin to
yes,
now, she goes through, everybody like her. When they say, oh, she's South African. And she now bring all her South African family to Nigeria. And they're like, hey, we are proud of our daughter. Nigeria is proud of you. Like, hello. I thought this is South Africa stuff. It is not an international thing where you have people from different countries. So, your take, Equisite.
yes.
What is your take?
Sir, hey,
I
my
said it.
thinking
She
is
has
that
said it correctly.
by bringing people from inside there to visit them, abi.
No, by making it out as if when our family came to South Africa to celebrate her
Okay,
because she was progressing
okay,
through it was in stages. So she was
yes,
not
sir.
making it. So the impression was it's not about Nigeria. I think they interviewed the family, or rather, or I think it was on social media that you made us proud. Nigeria is proud of you.
Yes,
Do you get what I'm saying? Is it
yes,
not
sir.
supposed to be South African thing now? Which one is Nigeria proud of you? I'll believe for
The
you
South
to actually take part in a South African Miss South Africa, you have to be a South African. So I believe she
Africa.
must have a South African citizenship. She doesn't need to be
yeah,
promoting Nigeria, does she?
No, this is to
yes.
promote Nigeria. Nigeria.
Why is
No,
your
Nigeria.
the way you are
No.
wait come the way you are saying Nigeria? Are you fighting against Nigeria? Because see how you're
Because it's not achieving anything in Nigeria. And all our president is from over there. And she now came to Nigeria. So Nigeria said, no, we are not supporting
ah
Nigeria. We should support
me
South
I am
Africa.
thinking that if they give you jackpot, this one will jackpot.
ASAP.
Uh, we don't support
This
Nigeria.
one will
We support, she's not making it in
ja-
Nigeria. And even the people that live
Nigeria
in
is
Nigeria,
great. Let me tell you something. Nigeria is great. May we
Yes,
not,
Nigeria is
why do you
great,
think?
but there's a
But
but.
do you know if Nigeria is that bad, why do Lebanese come? Why do Chinese come? Why do Indians come? Why all these people from
sir,
different countries?
sir,
Mhm.
they came to Nigeria and they are still using us again because they came with their
Yes,
talent. In Nigeria, they don't have anything to display, sir. So they came with their
Okay,
talent
that's
and
it, man.
using their talent to carry us to use us as slave again. So they are playing
Are
their
you saying
talent
that?
here.
Are you saying that we don't have talent? We have
In
talents too.
fact,
We do.
I think the only talent that Nigeria have that I know is wickedness and how to plan what maybe now me I'm telling guys I go to Yamulika is still selling her own 50 naira. Meanwhile why that Gary want to cost o I start selling my own 500 naira. So wickedness of Nigeria is much. So I didn't think this can stop. That is how we are. That is the reason why we are dying in hungry, dying in active. Like we are working and it's not showing in our body. Look at someone will
Yeah.
travel out of Nigeria before 2 years, just go and look at the person, will be okay. But be in Nigeria 100 years, will be in the same spot because all your salary is based on food and transport. So what are we working for? So Nigeria is not my country.
That the thing is that we just have to help ourselves
Nigeria say,
basically. We have to support
no, no.
ourselves.
Look, I know that Nigeria has issues. Don't
Nigeria,
get me wrong. I'm not trying to
we,
paint.
we do
I'm not trying
support
to
other
paint that
countries.
thing. We do support, but the one that me I'm saying is this because I don't want to. We'll come to the one about what are the issues we have in Nigeria, and this is a good pointer that we are going to bring other people in. So this one is just, we're just touching on the fact that the focus is on the South African issue where the girl has withdrawn and the South Africans are saying they were planning to riot. I think apparently today, because today is already 13, that they were planning on rioting if she had won. If she had taken part and won, they would go and destroy and they will carry footage video. You saw what they said in their this in itself. They said they were disappointed because they were waiting. You know, there's
Yeah.
already bad press against her. You see, which quite frankly, I don't think that was necessary. But I don't know who advised her to take part, especially if she is not a South African citizen. Do you understand? So maybe they assume maybe she was taken on as a maybe we'll try and find out. Nigeria will try and reach out, maybe find out about her through our social media. You know, we'll try and reach out to her and interview her to find out what really happened. Because a lot of things now is speculation. We don't know why. There's speculation, so we want to find out exactly. So I think we've said a
Yes,
lot,
you must have a
and I
reason.
think the next program we're going to talk about is we're going to talk about our next program is going to be on the protests. What the protest is about, what led to it, because everything just went crazy. So, but I want to bring some beacons in. I'm going to bring some people, and everybody's going to be ready. I'm going to invite you guys again to come in there. So, any final word from
Okay.
you, Decree, before we leave?
So
Any
nothing to
final
say.
word
Oh.
from you? Nothing to say. Okay, all right,
Nothing to say. Oh.
all right. Okay,
We
fair
love our
enough.
country. Finish.
Mm,
All we have to
you
do is
do?
to
You
help us
sure?
to get our country be okay. So
Amen.
that we will not jackpot again.
Ami Jesu,
You
Ami
have
Jesu.
to
There's
go for
nothing wrong in
protest.
going. If you have plans to jump out, then come back and do what you need to do. Honestly, I can tell you for free, Nigeria is the best place to have your money. You might find that strange, but until you come out of Nigeria, then you understand what I'm saying. So my prayer is that everybody will be able to come
Yeah,
out.
that's true.
When you come out, you come to other place. When you now see it, all the things you are saying there, which kind of rubbish be this? See gutter everywhere. You will
And
look
not
for
balance
gutter. In fact, then you now find out that this
it.
life no balance. You find out that they have their own demons everywhere else, just like us. It's just that it's different. There are some places. I'm not saying things are not really rough. Things are really bad. There are a lot of Nigerians who wants to come home. They can't. I'm telling you, a lot of Niger. There are some Nigerians who have a big house. They have a big compound. They have big house. They have big compound. Everything. While they are living abroad, it's one shokulu place like this, and they'll be there for 20, 25 years. By the time they come back home, all their neighbors, even their neighbors' dogs have got grandkids. You find out that yes, your money might not be big, but the quality of life is better. That's the truth. That the quality of life
Yeah.
is better. So, and we are the one that if somebody comes to your house now and say, I want to offer you 20K, let me just use your front yard to do party small. And you now say, quick, Shebi is just my front yard. They now enter. You now say, let me just give you 5K. At least my friends can be using your toilet. Then you collect the 5K. They say, sorry, sometimes some people might want to shake body small. Can we borrow your room for just let us give you 30K. Say, 30K. That people will say, no problem. So those people now entered everywhere inside your place. You want to use the toilet, they say you can't use it too. We have paid you for certain number of hours. You cannot use the toilet.
Period of time, yeah.
You now begin to say, but it's my house. They say, but you agree. We have agreements. That is part of what a lot of the problem we have in Nigeria. We ourselves, they didn't carry gun. They just brought money. What they did was what? They will present us with, they show us the sweet worm. It's like a hook, like when you're fishing. The hook is inside the worm. You don't see the hook. You only see the worm. It's like when you're eating chicken. You don't see the bone. You just see the meat.
The flesh.
So that bone is like the hook. So once you swallow it like this, it don't hook you. We collect loans. That's part of our hook. We look at the money. Look at what the president said. He said they've given to each of the states 500 and so. I don't know whether it's maybe just 500 and something to all the states or to individual states. I don't know. So I'm not going to say one thing because now I start getting phone calls from funny security services asking me, what did you see? I've gotten that before, I'm telling you. So what I'm trying to say to you is this. If we allow people to come in, then they take over our resources. The 500 and something, where is the impact? We've been buying yam for how much? We're buying yam for 6,000, 10,000. So I don't know, so we're going to talk about our prices of food coming down. They said it's coming down. Is that true? Can anybody confirm? Are things getting cheaper?
That's
They
a
said
lie. Oh.
basket now.
That's not true. That's not true.
Ah,
It's still the
they said it's dropping. They said it's dropping. That the
It's
prices are
getting better.
coming down.
How? Equisite.
Okay. Let me tell you why
The
our
pressure is
problem is not
getting
just
better.
government alone. Let me just so that just
before
before we round up, we're supposed to have this for 15 minutes, but they remember they said they were selling bag of rice at 40K
40.
to
Okay.
40K, Abi. Now, what did those people did when they bought the rice? They went back to the market and sold it for how much? Twice the price,
60
80K.
something, have you?
What is 60
80K.
something? 80K. So tell me, is that just so the government? That's what I'm trying to say, that the people and the government are one. Who are the people that comes into
They are working
government?
hand in hand.
It's not just even a matter of working hand in hand. We are today, if you become a senator now, you are in government, is it not?
Yes,
uh
sir.
So
Yes.
when you now get there, you're not saying, man, yala yawo, I'm going to do my own too. It's me, my family, and I don't send anybody.
Hmm.
Then meanwhile,
So
there was a time you
continue.
two were saying the government. So we ourselves, you see, when you see government, it's like a mirror. It's like a mirror. You can see yourself. That's what you do. You understand? So anytime we look at the government are a reflection of what we are seeing of us as a wider society. When it is well for people, they have people in government who are making money. They'll do party. Ọmọ wa ti wọlé. Ọmọ wa lẹjọ ṣe. Right? So, but the moment they are no longer there, it's
Yeah.
a lie. Aluta continua. We must fight. We must fight. We will not agree. But when they themselves enter, they forget everything that has what
Yep.
to help the people they do. It's not
Yep.
everybody in government that does it,
Happen.
but I believe majority actually does it. There are
Okay.
still some few politicians who you can tell who work hard to make these things happen. And our people don't like people that block. When Obasanjo was president, I'm not saying he was totally perfect, but he did a lot of things, and people hated him for it because he didn't allow people to chop the way they were chopping. Okay, Jonathan entered now over chopping. Buhari, hey, it was free galore, chop as you like. Chop, you could see it in, you know, government is like a business, is it not? It's like going into, if they ask some people, either you go into government or go and work in oil and gas, what do you think they will choose? They will choose government. You are guaranteed. You can't look. It's the privilege and the perks it come is so attractive that we are not attracting. We are not attracting people who have the mind to serve. Do you understand? People go there because one, either they want to display power. They forget that one day when they're out of power, they'll just be like, I mean, people have seen governors, former governors at airports sitting alone. No, hey, Oga, they call, everybody run, nothing like that. You understand what I'm saying? Uh-huh. So tomorrow we're going to be talking about the protests that what brought about the Nigerian protests. So we're going to be talking about the underlying things that have happened. Do you understand? How the government
Right.
and we ourselves are complicit, hand in hand. I can tell you that. Remember in the UK, what happened? There was a guy that was there. He was the one that revealed to BBC all the jackpot tricks Nigerians were doing. He went there and was, yeah. Maybe he thought they would make him a citizen. So he sat there, so they gave them all the. I'm not saying that people should respect, sovereign states and all that, obey their rules and all that. But do you have to go and sell your people out? Maybe other Chinese people they do it. Indians they do it. They didn't go out there and started telling that their people are doing this. That was one of the reasons why they caught the jackpot now. And the guy himself, they deported him here now. They've deported him from the UK. He's in Nigeria now, saying that he was sorry. I said sorry. So anyway, so I just want to thank you, Decreed. Thanks for coming. Um, Equisites, uh,
Thank you, sir.
Equisites.
Everything
Thank
is a
you.
company.
More blessings. Blessing. Okay, all right. Okay, that can't daru. It's blessing me. I know. I don't know which one this Equisite thing that we're talking about. When
Equitos.
you get to Equitos.
Equitos.
Because
Anyway, thanks, guys. I think it's been a good one. Tomorrow we will definitely
Yeah.
converge again and we'll talk about this then. Thank you very much and
Yeah.
good night.
thank you, sir.
From me is good night. Dickory, good night.
Good night.
All right
Sir.
then. All right. Good night.
All right, sir.
Good night. Yeah.